Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jimmy Wanyang. Today I'll be going through with you to an introduction to Excel Microsoft. So basically Excel Microsoft is a spreadsheet program developed by Microsoft. Its primary functions are usually to help us organize, calculate, visualize, and store information that are made in the Excel spreadsheet program. So what is the basic building blocks, or how do we understand the layout? So for us to understand the layout of an Excel Microsoft, I want to give you a visual look into of how fashion on the keyboard concurrently with arrow, and then it will bring you something like this. So then you type Excel and then it will bring you Excel. There you are. So this is how an Excel workbook looks like. So the Excel as a workbook, and this is a workbook that you could see, okay, and the workbook has a worksheet. These are the worksheets, and the worksheet usually appear as a single page within each workbook. So you can always add in 1, 2. You can even add another sheet if you want, that is 4. You can add another sheet if you want, that is 5. So the workbook consists of column, which is a vertical series of cells. This is a cell, this box with a dark lining. If I click it here, that's a cell. If I click it here, that's a cell. If I click it here, it's a cell. So that is it. So it has a vertical series of cells, vertical meaning moving up and down, and it has a row meaning it is moving horizontally. So that is how a workbook page looks like. And then it has an active cell. An active cell, remember I told you this is a cell. So active if it has some work in it. Active if it has, let's say, 23, this means this is an active cell. If I say 55, this means that is already an active cell because it has work in it. And then it also has a formula bar. The formula bar, you just come up here. So this is the formula bar. It has the formula bar. So basically that is that. So what do we do, or when do we encounter with the workbook? So we encounter when we want to make text, when we feed in let's say names, categories of description. You also encounter when entering and managing data of numbers in terms of quantities, dates, times, currency. You also encounter it when entering and managing formulas and functions. Yeah, so basically that. So what are the essential functions? The essential functions, remember these functions are pre-built formulas that are in the Excel Microsoft, and the essential functions that we know are sum. For example, if we want to say sum of something, they are usually inbuilt. Okay, sorry. So they are usually inbuilt. For example, you can say this equals to the sum. You see, I'm clicking S and then you see something running up. Let's say you're clicking sum of, assuming I'd entered certain things here, like this is A and this is 3. Let's say this is A3. To range to range of, let's say, suppose I fed in something around C55, maybe I say C55. So that is the sum function. It also has the average function. The average function is, suppose I have these two values and then you want to do an average you calculate the mean average. That is, you can just say that, for example, here you can say equals to average. I've just clicked AV and you've seen average. This means these are pre-built formulas. And for example, average of the column here is D, the column here is B, so B3. So for example, of B, and then you put, of course there is an open bracket that you would put here, and then you say this is B3 2, and then here this is a C 55, C, and then 55, then you close the bracket. It will give you an average. Okay, so we'll learn more about this. We'll learn more about this in when we are making reports, and you will be able to appreciate what I'm talking about. Yeah, so basically that is my worksheet, and with the different functions I've told you. So basically we'll see in the next video, but definitely after finishing work with your Microsoft Excel, you will now choose to font your work, you will choose to align them, you will choose to number them, you choose to analyze your data, that is sorting it, filtering it, and then you save. I've already gone through with you previously on how to save a Word document, and also it's a similar procedure. So I want to say that if this interests you, don't forget to subscribe and like, and don't forget to leave a comment on the comment page about how this presentation was. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.